Yeah, so how excited are you? Vault's coming out this week.
Very excited, yeah. It's been a long process. Started writing the script actually very shortly after the last production, Hertz. And yeah, so it's been about a year in the build-up. So yeah, exciting.
Now, about the story, Vaults, it's based on a historical kind of episode. How did that inspire you? How did you get to kind of...
Yeah, so it's based on the Milgram obedience experiments, which most people know as the experiments where people got shocked and go up and then eventually end up killing people. Or so they think, because there's actually an actor on the other side. Which I've known about for a long time. I heard about them when I was, I think, very young. And it's that whole era, there's so much going on. It's the time of, kind of race riots and moonshots and, the pill just being invented. So kind of liberation and all this stuff going on. And then in the middle of it, while the world is looking outwards, there's this guy kind of looking back at us and what we can do to ourselves. I think it's fascinating.
So although all this action took place in the 60s and we didn't live through the 60s, how do you think it relates to our time now?
Well, the thing is, the experiment's been repeated several times all over the world, and they've always got pretty much the same results. In the condition they use, it's about 66% of people that will go all the way to the end of the switches. It's 450 volts. And so really it's all about authority. And so the push is that there's someone standing next to you in a white coat saying, carry on the experiment. But actually that same psychological process is at work whenever someone says, so for instance, your boss says, hey, you've got to do this. For experiences in the army, if someone has dealings with the police, any kind of authority relationship is sort of not far away from this psychological kind of thing going on.
Oh, the power.
I know. So if you've ever done, someone else told me to, I did it because I was told to. That's this coming in.
Oh, and there's only two characters in Vaults. How does that dynamic work?
It's very interesting. It's the first time I've written something like that. And there's not so many things that do it, I think. There's two characters, it's one scene all the way through, there's no scene breaks, so it's just 1 hour of two people on stage. And so you've really got a chance to kind of shape the intensity, actually, and kind of carve a line of where you want the play and the feeling to go. And you can work so closely with those two people. We've got two great actors, and it's a real pleasure to see them playing off each other and working together to find the moments, find the right line to take, when to drive up the tension.
And you were telling me before the show that you've actually built a shock machine.
Yes, we've rebuilt the Milgram shock machine. I heard recently that Derren Brown, who the English audience might know, has also got a replica that he had built for one of his experiments. So I think we're in good company.
It doesn't work, does it?
It doesn't give shocks,
okay.
or does it?
Does it? Let's talk to the actors in 6 months' time or something.
Right.
For audiences, because I think I've heard rumours some plays in the West End have had like audiences fainting because they're too graphic.
Wow. Yes.
Are there graphic torture scenes? Are people going to be really shocked?
Well, it's a psychological thriller. So it's meant to be thrilling. that's the idea, but it's certainly not horror. It's more about the intensity of the emotion. Someone does get a series of shocks. So yes, there are scenes of what you could call torture in it. So I wouldn't recommend it for children, say. But the whole idea is that we take you from 0 to 110% over a course of an hour, and it should leave you quite exhilarated, let's say.
Yeah, and if someone in the audience hadn't known about the Milgram experiments, are they still going to understand it?
Yeah, absolutely. We I know that because I love these things, and I'll sort of do the research, and I've had a year to do the research. Of course, when you're writing, you need to make sure that the audience will be along there with you for the ride. So there's lots of clues and hints and kind of reconstructions of what's going on. Yeah.
Great. And you had your play Hertz at the Melkweg and it's sold out.
Yes.
Is there a special relationship between the Orange Tea Theatre Company and Melkweg?
Do you know, I love the Melkweg. I think they're fantastic. We went to them with Hertz, which, like you said, sold out, which is fantastic. And we went to their technical staff and we said, we want to take over your theatre and we want to black it out entirely. We want to get rid of every single light source, including the little LEDs on the strip lights at the top, everything.
And it's a big theatre.
It's a big theatre. And they looked at us and they went, yeah, all right then. And then we ended up using smells. We made it rain inside the theatre, and in total pitch blackness. And people came out of that. Someone came out saying, "Wow, I feel changed by that experience." And I went, "Wow, that's fantastic." And so I mean, I was very pleased to go back to the Melkweg, and we've got another show that will be coming up there in the autumn as well. So beginnings, it could be the beginning of a beautiful friendship, as they say at the end of what is it now? It's the
I don't know. Sherlock Holmes?
No. It's the famous Casablanca. Beginning of a beautiful friendship.
Well, show our viewers the artwork so they recognise the poster.
So I'm going to show this up to, I'm not sure which camera, this one.
Yeah, we are.
So if you've seen this image, if I do this, there, then this is what we're talking about.
Tonight, Mr. Milgram, I am your teacher.
Yes.
Okay, the strap line. And the practical elements, we can't mention prices, but if people want tickets, when's it going on? Where?
We kick off on Thursday night, 8:30 in the Melkweg. Tickets from the Melkweg. And then we are Thursday, Friday, Saturday night. And if you're busy all 3 evenings because you're just too social, we've also got a Saturday matinee at, I think it's 3:30, but check the website for details.
Cool. Thursday through to Saturday this week. And then looking further ahead, you've got a few other things on the calendar. What are those things?
So we're rounding off our latest season of stage readings, which are always a lot of fun. We've got the Top Secret Project Tarantino coming up on the 10th of June. So you'll have to do your own research on our website, orangetheatre.com, for some more details on that. And that'll be at Mesrab, which we've also got a very good relationship with, and you're just down the road from them, in fact.
Packcastersvega, not far.
No, and then later on we have Honeypot, which is the last of our readings for this season, which is about a woman trying to join the Israeli Secret Service.
And don't forget the Monologues and Wine.
And the Monologues and Wine, sorry, yes, coming up 28th of June, I think. We have Monologues and Wine going on in the Battalion Gallery in Vesta Park. So, wine and theatre. What more could you want?
Cool, so that's orangetheatre.com.
.com.
Great. And thanks for joining us, Sam. Good luck with your play this week.
Thank you.